supine. Like I said, not much. I will spend like 5 to 10 minutes here in general for my practice. So I'm gonna make sure that the neck is in the right position. Yeah, you can start by pressing the shoulders first, just to make the clients relax and forget about your movement. So one hand I scoop under the neck to support. The other arm, press the shoulders away. And begin to rotate the neck. Like stretch the back of the neck. You're gonna hook the tissues here. There.
You said you only do this 5 minutes. Do you do the sideline and face down the rest of the time?
Yes. Most of the time I do only 60 minutes. So I spend 30 minutes or 40s on prone.
Okay.
Because there's much to do.
Yeah.
And in supine, I work more on the legs, the upper body, because we work a lot already by facing down. So my fingers hook behind the muscle right here at the upper trap, the trapezius, the border, see that? I just hook it. And I turn his neck around and press up and push. So again, I use my legs. The force comes from my back legs and turn. So now I lift his head up and push against my upper arm, you see that? Like leverage. And the other side. And now I'm going to move to the arms. So basically, the upper body is more like neck and shoulders. So tuck underneath, begin to traction. I just grab the thumbs and the pinky. Then again, slowly. So again, this is dry work, just like how we started on the back. Like I don't use my hand as much, I just hook the tissue and glide it. And observe the muscle, the knots that he has. I can see this. Yeah, we can work on it. Like pin it.
We told you. Just suffocate you.
That's okay.
We've all been there.
So I love locking the elbows and then push it down. So this is a dry work.
Or you want to suffocate Travis. Sometimes no. It's different when you're married to him.
Yeah, you can lower down. And again, remember in the prone, like we use the hand rest underneath, same thing. Like dry work. So the other arms, I just like stretch his palms and pin it down to stretch the wrist. And this one, I target the flexor. And again, you can lunge forward and back. How are you feeling, Travis?
Good.
Traction, traction. And I'm going to apply the oils. Yeah, I love to save my hand for something else. Let's see, this one. So like try to lift your body away from the clients and the weight we're gonna go downward. But if you lean forward this way, I feel like in the longer term, you hurt your joints, the shoulders and neck. Like scoot the belly up, use the core, and the pressure gonna go penetrating downward. pin it. Yeah, pin the hands down and then you can press on the shoulders. Just peg it really tight. Now I'm gonna step my foot off the table. And again, we did the same motion. This one, remember? Get the tricep. So push your knees against the elbows. And you can notice the stretch here. And you're gonna pin the knees all the way down. It's like resisting a little bit. So give him more time to stretch from the upper trap. There. And pin it down, pin it down. And now you have time for those like golf elbows. For those people who have like carpal tunnel, this is a good work. Like use your knee, pin the arms, but then this one pull it up. Like just go again. And maybe all the way down. And remember, we use knee to pin. Same thing. Like standing tall, just use your knee, roll on it. And then I'm gonna use the oil and go underneath. It's okay. Go over, just like when we did in side lighting. Now you have one last chance to fix your clients. Upper traps, the rhomboid, teres. And this one, I use my legs to lock against his elbows so that I can move it, stretch him. You can hang this like right here and go on the other side. And that one. And now I'm gonna slide my hands underneath his neck and lower down, stretch. back of the fist, soft fist. Tracy, you need this one. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna lock and then just the back of the fist. So I'm gonna hook the fina like behind his cervical spine and then roll my arms toward myself. Is this nice? So basically I use a gravity work. I just roll my arms. And then you can lower down and stretch. And then we're going to move to the left arms. Like flatten the muscles, make it really tight, and then down. This side, straighten the arm, traction. And then dry work. So basically I just hold his wrist just to stabilize the joint and then get on the right muscles. Get so tight. And then the oils. Is the pressures all right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember this one that we did in prone? You can also do it here. And then step your foot on the table, lock it. I find that this movement helps with those frozen shoulders a lot because you mobilize the scapula, you mobilize the humerus bones, and a lot of muscle that involved with frozen shoulders. Like if you want to add more work, subscap, press it down. Like for those frozen shoulders. Like lock the elbows against your knee and press the subscap down. And pull away from the torso. Over the head, press against. And this one, you can take more time, like keep pushing and resist it until you feel the stretch on the upper traps. this one is so good for those tennis elbows or golf elbows. And all the way down. And knee pinning. Like just roll it. Like I try to lift my body away from the clients. You see I round my back, so I can save my body that way.
Would your table normally be a little bit lower, or is that about?
This is my table height. Yeah. I can get the peg. So I don't like to use my elbows, but I just will use the belly of my forearms because it's broad and it's not hurting. You can go all the way underneath. The arms, go the opposite direction and pull the arms downward. And now, one more time, like your hips and his elbows against it, and you can control his arms movement. Go around. You can hang straighten the legs this way or just bend the knee and pick everything.
It's hard, isn't it? He just lays there dead.
That's why I take him. That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
To the neck. I love this one. Just a fingertips, grip it and roll it. One more time, arms under, sit back, just rotate your palms down. Up, like use the gravity and rotate your palms down. And pull his neck a little bit, the base of the scalp, and stretch back. See that? It's beautiful. And one more time, add some stretch. And now cradle his neck. Like your arm gonna go straight this way. Stack the palms. Like tighten the grip. Engage your core. Lean back. A little lift. Lean back. side to side. And we have a cloth underneath. I'm just doing some of my the last cloth stretching. You can begin with like lean side to side, or like step one foot to lock the cloth and lean over this way, just to give you some leverage. And change. Like lock the cloth, lift. And twist. And last one. So the cloth should be under his scapula and lift. And then you can move the cloth over his shoulders. Maybe not enough. And lift. And change. And the last one on his neck. And you can give like facial massage just to end your treatment. Okay, thank you. Before your coffee is cold.